Oh, hi guys. Today I've been reading about frogs, and that will be our video topic today. Frogs. The life cycle of frogs and of their close relatives, the toads, basically a bigger frog, comprises several distinct stages. The young or larvae look unlike the adults and are said to undergo a complete metamorphosis, change of form. The adult common frog mates in water. From the fertilized eggs emerged the larvae, which at first breathe solely with gills and have no legs. This means that the very first stage means the very first time the baby frog comes out, it can only breathe in water and it doesn't have any legs. As they grow, they become more adult-like and eventually are able to live and breathe on land. Adult frogs breathe using their lungs through the moist skin and through the lining of their mouths. This means that frogs breathe through their skin, not their nose. They feed on worms, beetles, and flies. The aquatic tadpoles at first feed on weeds and algae, but then change to a meat diet. Algae is like glowy stuff that you find in caves. This is coming from the Webster's New World Encyclopedia. Life cycles. Stages 1. Fertilized egg in protective jelly in pond water. The egg is gonna be in a protective little bubble that appears to be jelly. Stage 2. Wriggling tadpole. Stage 3. Tadpole about to emerge from jelly. Stage 4. Tadpole with gills. If you didn't know, gills are most basically the nose of fishes. It's not here, but it's here on the necks. Stage 5. Gills enclosed in skin flap. Stage 6. Hind limb buds appear. Stage 7. Tadpole starts to take gulps of air at surface. Number 7 basically means that it's trying to adapt. Adapt means trying to live. Adapt basically means living in a new environment. That's what we call adapt. So then they're gonna pluck their heads up and then try the air, and then with more and more practice, they're gonna be able to breathe on land. Stage 8. Tail starts to shorten. If you didn't know, baby frogs to almost adult frogs have tails, but then when they get older and older, they'll start to lose their tails. It doesn't chop off, it becomes part of their butts. And then in stage 8, it also says that changes to a meat diet. For example, flies, beetles, and worms. Stage 9. Frog ready to go on land. It stays in damp vegetation near the pond until mature. This basically means that before the frog can go off and find a new home, they have to stay near their first home until they are mature enough. Mature means smart enough. Wikipedia also says that frogs are from the animal kingdom. Phylum is Chordata. Well, I don't know what is phylum. Let me search it up. Known as a principal taxonomic category that ranks above class and below kingdom, equivalent to the division in botany. Linguistics, a group of languages related to each other less closely than those forming a family, especially one in which the relationships are unclear. The class is amphibian, as in amphibian means it can live in land, which is like the earth, and in water, which is like the oceans and such. The clade is Salientia. I don't know what that is. Let me search it up. Clade, biology. A group of organisms believed to comprise all the evolutionary descendants of a common ancestor. Let me put this into words. This means that the frogs, at first when they are babies, they have tails, so then they can swim better in water. But then when they go to land, they don't need tails because there are no water in land. So then the tail becomes shorter and shorter until there is no more tails. But then frogs are amphibians, which means they can also go in water. So then they'll still need to swim. So then they use their back legs to make a wavy motion. The order is Anura. It also list of Anuran families. It says it appears to be okay. It says that it lives basically everywhere in the world besides the northern and southern parts. North means the up part of the world, and south means the bottom part of the world. And fun fact, did you know that some frogs can turn them to... fun fact, did you know that some frogs can freeze themselves? It's true. There are only 5 known species of freezing frogs. This includes the wood frog, the Cope's gray tree frog, the eastern gray tree frog, spring peppers, and western chorus frog. They do this to... This basically, they are something that we call hibernation, is when animals sleep for the whole of winter. Winter is the snow season. Bears, they go into their caves and then they'll sleep for maybe 3 months. But frogs, they don't have caves, so then they'll just freeze up, and then they'll just freeze up for 6 months, and then when the winter is over, they'll unfreeze. Evolution. The origins and evolutionary relationships between the 3 main groups of amphibians are hotly debated. A molecular phylogeny based on rDNA analysis dating from 2005 suggests that salamanders and caecilians are more closely related to each other than they are to frogs, and the divergence of three groups took place in the Paleozoic or early Mesozoic, before the breakup of the supercontinent Pangaean. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you understood what that meant, but this means that frogs have been around since the dinosaur ages, and amphibians and salamanders, like a gecko. A gecko is like a lizard. Is actually kind of related to the frogs. All right, guys. That's all I can. That's all that I have for you today. And please tune in next time in G Smart channel. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And don't forget to watch all my other videos for more fascinating stuff like this. All right. Bye.